If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay students, welcome you to this new lecture series on binomial theorem. So today we will be starting binomial theorems. This basic theorem today we will be doing for basic portions up to this much. Okay, then let's discuss this. Before going to binomial theorem, let us discuss some little bit idea about some basic things that we need to know before we move on to binomial theorem, that is some basics of permutation combinations, as this topic is not included in diploma syllabus. So I will be giving separate videos on permutation combination in the intermediate level, but for understanding binomial theorem we know the very basics, so we will be discussing very basics of this one, as simple as small discussion on permutation combination as it can be, so that you have an idea and we can start binomial theorem, and later on we will do separate video on permutation combination in intermediate level. Okay, so what is factorial? This sign you have to know before moving anything here in this topic. This is known as factorial. So what does factorial means? There are two ways you can write. You can write it with this explanatory sign n factorial, using this sign n factorial, or you can write it in this format also. That both represents this same n factorial. We will say factorial n or n factorial. What is the meaning of this? You will multiply all the integer values from n to up to 1, and provided that your n should be always, when you see a new thing, you should know what are the conditions that should be satisfying, or any theorem or any statement. So it should be a non-negative integer. If it is a non-negative, not positive, non-negative means it can be 0 also. There is a difference between non-negative and positive statement. Non-negative or positive both not same, because 0 is neither positive nor negative. So if I say non-negative, that means you can take 0 also, but if I say positive, that means you cannot take 0. So here you can take 0 and 0 to integers, and it means that you will start from n, then you will stop at 1. Suppose if I say 5 factorial, then what does it means? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 3 factorial, 3 into 2 into 1. Now you can have an idea. You will see lots of this in the coming time. Now 0 factorial, by definition it is 1. So factorial 0, because you can put n 0, so 0 factorial is 1. So you remember this one. So all these things, okay, number of permutations taking r from n item. You have n item, and out of this n item you are selecting, and then you are taking r, and then you are doing the permutation, which is known as NPR. P stands for permutation. You can remember it this way, NPR, and n will be always greater than r, because out of n you are taking r items. So you can also remember it in this way, n is bigger thing, and always big people stays upstairs. The god stays upstairs. The god is very big, so big one always stays upstairs. So NPR. So what is the formula? This one, n factorial by n minus r factorial. So again we will derive this one in permutation combination, but for now you remember this one. Now what does permutation means? It means selection plus arrangement. You have to do both things. If you are doing two things at a time, then we will take permutation, because in permutation combination the general confusion is when we take permutation, when we should take combination. So if you are doing two work at a time, that is you are working with selection also, and then you need to arrange also, then instead of doing it in step by step, we can mix this step and we can do permutation. So in how many ways we can select two letters out of A, B, C and then arrange them? That means you can, from A, B, C, you need to select any two and then you have to arrange also. So that means you need to have a permutation. So the formula becomes NPR. N is here 3, out of 3 you are taking 2, so 3P2, and then is factorial, 3 factorial, as per this formula it is coming 6. Now what does this 6 represents? You got answer 6. Now if you start writing it, you will find that you can do it in 6 different ways. 6 means there are 6 ways you can do this job. So you can select AB and then you can arrange it. So AB, BA. You can arrange AC. You can select AC. Someone could have been selected AC. Then you can reverse it CA. Or you can select BC then CB. You can see there are 6 different ways you can do the job. What was the job? To select 2 and then arrange. So all 6 are the possibilities. Any student can give any 6 answer. Out of these any 6 you can give answer, any one. So there are 6 different ways to do this permutation. Now for combination, that is only selection. Combination means only selection. So again it's C stands for combination. It is n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Don't worry, we will going to derive this one in permutation combination classes. So for now you just remember. Okay, in how many ways you can select 3 out of 2? that is again 3C2. Here only selection, that means you need not to arrange this thing, you need not to, you just select any two, AB or BA, though both will meaning same answer. These will not be treated as two different answers because they are asked to select only. So you can select AB, you can select BC, you can select AC. No need to arrange this one. So how many ways you can do it? That is 3. Here you have selected, then you have arranged. So how many ways? 6 different ways. So here, that's why the answer is 3C2. Again you put it in the formula, 3 factorial by 2 factorial and 3 minus 2 factorial. 3 factorial is 3 to 1, 2 factorial 2 1, 1 factorial 1. The answer is 3. Now there are some properties that you should know between NPR and NCR. You see the relation between, this is the formula for NPR, this is the formula for NCR. What is the difference between these two? 1 R factorial is there only. That's the difference. So if you correlate between these two, there will be only this R factorial. So NPR is nothing but if you multiply NCR by the R factorial, then it will automatically, this R factorial would get cancelled. Now one more property which is very important, this and this one is almost same. So we will try to understand this property. Physically also it has physical significance. So what is the physical significance of this one? Suppose in a class, there is a class and you want to call, your job is, there is a class of 10 students. What number of student is 10? Suppose you have 10 students. Okay, so you have 10 out of this 10 student, you need to select suppose 2 student or 2 good student. A teacher is asked to select 2 good students. Now one teacher can what one teacher can do, he can go to the class, again he can see two good student and he can select these 2. So this is one way, that is 10C2. And one teacher can be little, he want to do it in a twisted manner. So he want to do it in different way. He will select 8 bad guys. He will reject 8 bad guys and automatically 2 will be selected. So this job can also be done by rejecting 8 students. Out of 10 students, you reject 8 students, then automatically you will get 2 students. So how to reject 8 students? That is 10C8. So both the job is the same job, so you can say both are equal. So therefore if you do the answer also, both will give you same answer because both way it is possible. So the total number of ways should be same because it is the same work that you are doing in different ways. So the answer will remain same. So this is the beauty of NCR, the good property. So instead of 10C2 and 10C8 both are same. Again 10C9, suppose someone wants to select 9 people out of 10. So you can directly select 1 by 1 up to 9. Or you can be little clever, you will reject 1. You reject 1, then automatically 9 will be selected. You reject 1 and rest you take. So reject 1 means out of 10 you reject 1. You select 1 and then you reject it. So both will give you, in both way the job can be done. So this is the property that this is the very important property here it is. So NCR is nothing but NCN minus R. So 10CN is equal to 10C 10 minus N. So 10 minus 9 is 1. So that's why it is n minus r. So 10C9, 10C, 10 minus 9. So now if both are equal, what can be this? And one can be both are equal, that's why equal. 10C9 will be equal to 10C9, as simple as it is. We know it is. So either r should be equal to s. If this is given, either r should be equal to s, then it's okay. 10C2 equal to 10C2. We know this one should be equal. And another one can be 10C2 is equal to 10C8, that is 10 minus. So this one and this one, the sum of these two, that is r plus s, should be equal to n. That's it. These two sums should be equal to n. You can treat it in this way, said that like 10 is divided into 2 parts, 2 and 8. So 8 plus 2 equal to 10. That's why they are equal. Here again 10 is divided into 2 parts, 9 plus 1. Again you can divide 10 in number of ways. Suppose if I divide 10 into 7 3, so 10C7 will be equal to 10C3. 7 and 3, 2 different parts. So this property, and one more property is there, this one. So this one you try to remember, we will prove it later. NCR plus NCR minus 1 equal to n plus 1 CR. That is, if you are adding 10C7 and 10C6, so what you will get? You will get a little higher, because this proof I am not going, just to for remember, I am giving 10C7 and 10C6. So you can think of, because you are adding consecutively, so it will be 1 up, that is 11C7. Just to remember, that's why I am showing you, just a layman idea how to remember it. Because you are adding 2 consecutive, 7 plus 6, so you can think that 10C7, 10C6, then you will move one step, in the leather, that is 11, and we will take the higher value 10, 11, C6, just for remembering only this. Now how we will calculate this one? Now how to calculate this one? For NC you can use this formula, NC form, the big formula for NC that is given. This is the formula for NC. You can consider this one, but there are shortcuts to calculate, because we will not be taking this long formulas every time. So you remember in this way. Suppose it is, I have given you so many examples there. Suppose it is 4C2. So we will write 4, starting from 4, 2 numbers in the descending order. So 4, then next number is 3 divided by 2 factorial. Suppose it is 5C2. So we will write 2 number, 5 into 4 by 2 factorial. Suppose it is 6C3, then what we will write 3 numbers, 6, 5, 4. From starting from 6, you write 3 numbers in the descending, then divide by 3 factorial. So this will solve your purpose. That means in general, if it is NC2, we will write 2 number, n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial, then your job is done. Now if I again do NC3 also, now you can see here NC3 you will write 3 numbers, n minus 1, n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial. Now one beauty is that because 10C8, now using this 10C8, that means you will write 8 numbers out of 10. So what we have understood from this shortcut, you have to write 8 numbers starting from 10, then divide by 8 factorial. But here you will use the beauty of this NC property, that is 10C8 is nothing but 10C2. So instead of calculating 10C8, if I calculate 10C2, it becomes very easy. 45 is the answer. Instead of 10C8, if I want to calculate, I have to write 8 numbers divided by 8 factorial. But these will also give me the same number. We know the property, these two are equal. Okay, once you know all these things, then we can have some discussion on binomial theorem. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.